I'm your host, Tay, and welcome back to another episode of All Things Lifestyle. And I hope you guys are doing well, and thank you so much for tuning back in to another episode this week. Okay, so I'm not sure if it's like completely obvious because I'm not sure if this is going to be terrible or how this is going to sound, but my microphone went out and I'm recording this on like the voice memo on my phone. So hopefully it sounds right. I just really want to get an episode up this week. And I was just sitting here like, how can I get it up? Like I was on my laptop trying to use like the speaker on my mic, on my MacBook, but it just wasn't working. But I was like, oh yeah, my phone. So I'm gonna listen back to it. Hopefully it sounds good. Just have a little microphone malfunction. It's just one of those things right now. It's like, if it's not one thing, it's another, but I'm going to keep pushing through and we're going to get through this, okay? So this week, I know you can tell by the title, I'm going to be giving some hair tips on healthy hair. Some of my tips are more so geared towards natural curly hair if you have that. But of course, these tips can be used if you have like relaxed hair and different kind of hairstyles. But before we get into that, I'm just going to touch on a few things. So this week, has just been heavy. The rapper Takeoff from the group Migos, he got murdered on Tuesday. Was it Monday night or Tuesday morning? He was murdered in Houston. He was shot and killed. And honestly, like, it just hit because I love Migos. Like, I'm a fan. It's been Migos since, I want to say, like, freshman year of high school. So it's been 10 years. Migos, they just been doing their thing. I've literally been listening to them when nobody was listening to them. Before they got like really big, when they were just coming out with their mixtapes. Yes, like I remember because my sister put me onto them a long time ago. But yeah, it just felt heavy. And then it's like with that, and then I just had a loss of a family member. My cousin passed away from cancer, like literally cancer, because it's just crazy how to see what the disease can do to a person. Like, I just remember my cousin being the life of the party. He was in a band, bass player. Like, he was just everything. He unfortunately lost the battle to cancer. So grieving with that, and the same day as the rapper Takeoff passing away, this happened the same day. It was just a lot. Like, and I know a lot of people be like, oh, you can't grieve celebrities, you don't know celebrities. But it's like, this is a celebrity I've been listening to for years. So, I mean, they've given you all this music and they've given so much to the industry. It's like, you can't tell people how to grieve. And then with the passing of my cousin, I'm not going to be able to attend his homegoing service, which sucks. Being in the military, that is the main thing. That's why I cannot wait. This is my last year. I cannot wait to get out, because it's like things like this where it's like, I want to be there, grieve with my family. It just sucks, but we're going to get through it. This week, like I said before, this week just been heavy. Like, it really has. And I just been, trying to be in good spirits, trying to stay prayed up, talk to my family and do things like that. But yeah, this week is just very heavy with just grief and sadness. If anybody out there going through grief or anything, just know you are not alone and you are going to get through it. Yeah, it brings me to my next point. So, do y'all celebrate, do y'all put y'all Christmas decorations up the day after Halloween? Let me know. Okay, so I do not the day after Halloween. No, I'll probably do it maybe the same week as Thanksgiving, or maybe a week before Thanksgiving. Sometimes I can't wait and I'll do it the week before Thanksgiving, but I put my decorations up around Thanksgiving time. I don't do it the day after Halloween. I do start watching Christmas movies the day after Halloween though. Christmas movies start. To be honest, I watch Christmas movies all year round, but it definitely all the time the day after Halloween, because I reserve October for just all the spooky movies, all the scary movies, Disney Halloween movies. That's what October is for. I get into the Christmas movies the day after. So no, I don't put up my decor the day after Halloween. I just feel like it's too much. Some people are decorating on Halloween. It's just kind of cringy because it's like, okay, can we get through Halloween? You know what I'm saying? And I'm that type of person. I love Christmas. Christmas is my favorite holiday, favorite season. I love November and December. Like October, November, December those are my favorite months out of the year. But Christmas is definitely my favorite holiday. And yeah, it's just kind of cringy seeing people put their decorations up on Halloween or even like the day after. It's just kind of like, ugh, you know, but I'm that person. I be wanting to so bad. Like I want to decorate, but it just, the soonest I'll do it is the week before Thanksgiving or the week of Thanksgiving. That's the soonest. The day after Thanksgiving, and if I hold off till that long, tree is definitely going up the day after Thanksgiving. For sure. The day after Thanksgiving, tree is going up that weekend. Black Friday weekend, tree's up. So, yeah, I just wanted to say that because there's so many people like, oh, it's Christmas. Don't get me wrong, I love it, but I'm not putting my decorations up the day after Halloween. Just wait a little bit longer. And then I'm kind of feeling like, and I don't want this to be like a sad intro, but it's just like, you know, things I've been feeling and things just been going on. Real life has been happening. I feel like I haven't yet. I don't want to get into the seasonal blues. So like, I never get into the seasonal blues. Like I said, I love this season. I thrive in this season. But being not close to my family, and it's like I can't celebrate with them, it's really annoying me. So I've been trying to like keep my spirits up. Like I said, I've been trying to pray and just keep myself in good spirits, watch good movies, listen to music, listen to podcasts, like just trying to do everything to distract myself, feeling sad about not being with my family this season. In other news, we're going to get into something more exciting. And not exciting. Well, it's exciting for me. Hope it's exciting for all of y'all who like Sephora. Sephora is having their sale. They have this sale twice a year, I think. Yes, spring and fall. Or is it summer? I think it's spring. Spring and fall is when they have this sale. They have the 10%, 20%, 30%, and I think 40%, depending on like your status. Like if you're an insider member, like your points, VIB Rouge, depending on what status you are, it's the percentage you get. I'm still only a VIB. No. I'm still only an insider. I'm an insider member, so I'll get 10% off. So I already have my cart loaded with everything I want, mostly filled with skincare and some body care. I could talk about that next week if you guys care about what I got from the Sephora sale. I like Ulta. Between Ulta and Sephora, I like Ulta better because it's affordable. Their point system is so much better to me. You get more perks at Ulta. It's just so much better. But Sephora, I like Sephora for these sales, like because they have all these high-end products, and that's where I get most of my high-end products and perfumes and stuff like that. So yeah, that's why I like Sephora for this sale. And it's for a week, depending on your status. So like insider is like 4 days, and then the higher you get, the longer it is. But I think the longest is like a week for the sale. So, but I'm about to put my order in right after I get done recording this episode. I know this is like a long intro, but last but not least, my acne, which is why I said I have a lot of skincare in my Sephora cart, because my face has been breaking out so bad. Like, and I know it's because I'm in a new environment, new climate and all that stuff, but it's so annoying. It's to the point where I'm like, it's giving me like flashbacks from like high school, middle school, because I like had the worst acne. It's traumatizing, but that's what it's giving. And I'm doing my face mask and all that stuff, and it's like some of these pimples are so stubborn. Like even my pimple patches, so stubborn. Like I just can't. I have a lot of texture. I start to feel insecure about my acne. I've had my skincare on lock for majority of my adulthood since, I was like 18, 19. Mostly like I want to say 19, 20 is when I really got my skincare on lock and was able to control my skin. But right now it just feels like it's just out of control. So hopefully some of the skincare things that I got from my Sephora cart help me, and hopefully they don't break me out even more, because I hate that when I get a new skincare and it breaks me out. I hate that so much, especially if it's expensive. So hopefully I get some good stuff and hopefully it works for my face. That was a long intro for this episode. Like I mentioned last week, starting a new segment called Affirmation of the Week. This is replacing Weekend Recap because I don't really have anything to recap on my weekends anymore. I'm not doing anything. So we're going to do some affirmations. The affirmation for this week is, I am grateful for everything and everyone I have in my life. And I feel like this affirmation goes well with this week and what's been happening with the passing of my cousin, the passing of Takeoff. I feel like it's important every day to show gratitude for the people that you have in your life, because that's saying to where life is so short, you could be gone tomorrow. All of those things, those are very true. Being grateful for everything and everyone I have in my life. And if I complain about something like a situation or anything, I'd be like, but God, thank you. Kind of like I may be going through the worst thing in my eyes. Is so much worse out there, but the worst thing in my eyes. But then after I get it out and I complain to my friend or something like that, I sit here and I say, God, thank you though. Thank you for putting me in this position, because it's setting me up to do greater things. But in the moment, I hate it. But with this affirmation, it's important to be grateful and show gratitude for everything and everyone in life, because you never know when the last time is going to be the last time. I hope that affirmation resonates with you for this week, and let's go ahead and get into the questions. Okay, so the first question I asked on the polls on my stories was, do you deep condition often? And a lot of people said yes, which makes me so happy. I feel like deep conditioning is key to healthy hair. That's just my opinion. Deep conditioning is the key to healthy hair, which is what I'm going to talk about in my hair tips. And then the next question is, do you have a hair routine? A lot of people said no. I feel like having a hair routine is kind of important when it comes to healthy hair. And even though some people may say, oh, I don't have a routine, I feel like everybody has a routine with their hair, whether they realize it or not, whether it's something as small as putting your bonnet on every night, putting your scarf on every night. I feel like most people have a routine and they just may not even realize it. Like maybe when they think of routine, they're thinking, oh, doing this step, this step, this step every day. But it's like you doing that one step every day, you have some kind of routine, I feel like. I mean, some people could just go to bed without a headscarf, wake up without a headscarf, and go out the door. I don't feel like a lot of people do that. I feel like a lot of people fix their hair. Some people have a routine. They just may not realize it. So we're going to get into some more hair tips in a minute. So for the Tune In with Tay this week, it's going to be The Impact Atlanta. So this comes on BET Plus. I watch it on Amazon Prime and on the BET Plus app. I stream it on there, and it's with Jada, Tay, Ari, Lakia, and Des Dior. And it's a reality show. And it's showing their life, the drama that they go through, the things that they have going on, their businesses. They are all some bosses. I love watching them because it's so inspiring. Watching young women my age do everything that they're doing, it's possible. You know what I'm saying? Nothing seems impossible. So watching that show is very inspiring, and it's funny. Like Ari and Tay, and is it their assistant, Tucson? They are hilarious. Like, I be on there cracking up. I'm not sure the exact days it comes on. I'll just go on my Amazon and see a new episode uploaded, but I don't know the exact days it comes on. But definitely check it out if you haven't. The Impact Atlanta, love it. And it's just like I said, they're just going through real life. They're all friends, but they're going through things. Friendship has their ups and downs, and they're just going through all those things. But yeah, so The Impact Atlanta, check it out. Comes on BT Plus. And hope you guys enjoy. It's a reality show. Y'all know I love reality. Side note, it's so funny that I mentioned my skin breaking out really bad, because I have an episode, I have notes for some skincare tips. But I'm like, how can I give skincare tips when my skin is acting crazy? But I might still record that for y'all, because a lot of these tips I've incorporated over the years and they've helped me. It's just being in a new climate. It's just tearing my skin up. Like, it's so annoying. But let's move on. Okay, so we're going into the 10 healthy hair tips that I have. First one is obviously deep condition. Now, it just depends on your hair. So like I said, these tips I'm giving are more sort of like curly girls and stuff like that. So the one I have written down is deep condition weekly or bi-weekly. Or even if you have a bi-weekly wash day, deep condition. I feel like deep condition is great. It keeps that moisture in your hair. I could go in depth when it comes to deep conditioning. Like, I could do a whole episode on just my deep conditioning routine alone. But just deep conditioning weekly or bi-weekly definitely helps your hair stay moisturized and stay healthy. That's like the main thing I feel that has helped me when it comes to the health of my hair and the health of my curls is deep conditioning. Second thing is keep your ends trimmed. Now, when I say keep your ends trimmed, I don't mean trim them every 6 weeks. I feel like that is so stupid. Like, I don't know if anybody, I feel like trimming your hair every 6-7 weeks is stupid because you're not even giving your hair a chance to grow. You're not giving it a chance to do anything. Like, I feel like everybody's pattern looks different when it comes to trimming their ends. Me personally, I probably get mine trimmed maybe 2 or 3 times a year because you want to give your hair something to, you want to give your hair time to grow. So I feel like cutting your ends, it's a fine line. It's like you want to keep your ends trimmed because, of course, those good ends will help your hair grow out and retain length. But if you keep those dead ends on there for too long, it's just not gonna be a good look. So I feel like keeping your ends trimmed is definitely key to healthy hair. And another thing that's key to healthy hair is leave your hair alone. So doing a lot of combing, brushing, you know what I'm saying? Like things that some people do to their hair on a daily basis, that could be stopping you from retaining length. Prime example, people would have locks in their hair. You see the way their hair grows? Their hair grow so fast because they're just leaving their hair alone. I know some people get like locks and stuff. Locks. Some people get styles and stuff with their locks and, all that stuff. But usually people with locks, their hair grows so fast because their hair is in locks. They're just leaving it. They're not doing anything to it. They'll do their edges, I'm sure. They'll probably, moisturize their scalp and stuff. But other than that, they leave their hair alone. And I feel like that's key to growing your hair and keeping it healthy. Next point, protective styling. See, this is a fine line between this too because you want to do protective styles, but you don't want the style to be too tight. You don't want, like to me, buns can be a protective style, but then again, it can't because it's tight and it's pulling your hair. So like buns and ponytails and stuff, even like braids, yes, is a protective style, but again, it's super tight. So it's a fine line there. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, getting braids, yeah. But getting braids back to back to back to back over and over, I just feel like that might tug at your edges and your scalp, and it might not be the best. I usually only get braids maybe once or twice a year, and that may change because I've been loving the look of braids, and I'm like, I might get them more now. But lately, since I've been natural, and I've been natural for about 6 years, I've actually talked about my wash and go routine and my natural hair a little bit on an episode earlier this year. I talked about it, I want to say in like April or May. I have an episode about that. I think it's called When It Comes to Natural Hair. If you want to know more about my natural hair, I did more on that episode. But yeah, protective styling, but not super tight. So again, fine line between all those styles. And then next one is give yourself scalp massages. I feel like scalp massages contributes to a healthy scalp. A healthy scalp contributes to healthy hair, and it'll help your hair grow. And then along with scalp massages, using oils. Now, oils is a little bit difficult because you'll have to find the right oil for your hair. Like for me, coconut oil does not work in my hair. It used to when I was like transitioning, but now that I'm natural, I don't really use coconut oil. It doesn't do anything for my hair. To me, it just sits there. It doesn't penetrate in my hair. It doesn't give my hair anything. It just sits on my hair. So, but another person that can use coconut oil, it works great on their hair. So it just depends on your hair type. But yeah, scalp massages and using oils, that's like perfect. And I suggest like maybe like scalp massage, maybe like 5 minutes a day. I don't, I mean, the more you can get in, of course, but I feel like 5 minutes a day definitely helps. And plus, who doesn't want a scalp massage? Like, especially if you in a relationship, have your man give you a scalp massage. Like, hello? I feel like that's like intimate. Yeah, like have your man give you a scalp massage. I like that, period. That's my next tip. Have your man give you a scalp massage. Or your girl, whoever. Have your man or your girl give you a scalp massage and yeah, get it cracking. Okay. Okay. Next tip is minimum to no heat. Now, when I say on your hair, so when I say heat, I mean like direct heat, like flat irons and like blow dryers. Yeah, I feel like along with deep conditioning, this is definitely top 2 for me, like when it comes to the health of my hair, because those flat irons, you're frying your hair. And the blow dryers, you're frying your hair, especially the expensive one. They get super hot. You're frying your hair. Ever since I've been natural, I've had my hair flat iron maybe like once or twice a year. I did have a time though in 2019 where I went to the Dominicans, I want to say 3 or 4 times within like 6 months. My hair was fried. Not my whole head, but a good amount of my hair was fried. And this is when I was curly, natural, whatever. And I literally had to start from scratch. I had to transition a part of my hair. I really thought about cutting all my hair off. That's how damaged it was, because I kept going and I got hooked into the straight hair, the look. And I was like, oh my God, I like the way it looks. But because don't get me wrong, the straight hair, that it's top tier. It's so cute. And at the time, I wasn't really in tune with my curls still trying to figure out routines and wash and goes and stuff like that. Now, since I have routines and styles for my curly hair, I probably won't go back to being straight for a while, but I'll still stick to 1 or 2 times a year. I'll get my hair straightened. But yeah, put those flat irons down. I know it's hard, because it was hard for me when I first went natural. I'm like, oh my God, I want to flat iron my hair, because I grew up flat ironing my hair all the time. Every 2 weeks, I went to the Dominicans. Maybe like three weeks. But yeah, I went to Dominicans faithfully. Those $25 washing sets, what? Like, I had me a little job. I went every Friday after school. Go right to the salon, because my hair be done for the weekend and the next 2 weeks. Okay, another tip, back to your scalp. Keep your scalp clean, but don't shampoo too often. Most shampoos dry out your hair. You'll feel like after you wash your hair with a certain shampoo, your hair just feel like squeaky clean, like it just feels stripped of everything that was in it. That's a good thing to do, but not too often. Like I shampoo my hair every 2 weeks, every 2 to 3, bi-weekly I shampoo my hair, and I feel like that works good with my scalp every 2 weeks. Or depending on if I have like braids in or something where my braids last a month, then yeah, I'll shampoo after that. But the minimum is every 2 weeks I'll shampoo. And I definitely have gotten like a compliment on that. Like when I've got my hair, people like, your scalp is so clean. And I'm like, thank you. Is everyone's scalp not clean? I'm like, oh my gosh, thanks. So I feel like that's worked for me, every 2 weeks shampoo. And all of this, like this next tip is pretty much everything I just was saying. Keep your hair moisturized, especially for the curly girls. Keep your hair moisturized. No matter if you have twists in, you have protective style in. So like say if you got braids in as protective style, when I have braids in, I'm oiling my scalp. Put some oil on your scalp, keep your hair moisturized. Put some oil on your scalp and keep your hair moisturized. Moisture is key when it comes to curly hair, period. Like, because with straight hair holds the moisture way longer than curly hair. Like, you ever notice when you have a wash and go, and then if you have your hair straight, your straight hair, you don't have to put oil on your straight hair every 2-3 days. You just don't have to. Like when you wrap it or when you maintain it at night, it keeps that oil in, versus when you have curls, your curls can dry out in about 3 days. You know what I'm saying? Well, it depends on the products you use. You have to keep your hair moisturized more with curly hair. And then last but not least, I say all that to say, have a routine. Just like I mentioned in the question of the week, I feel like having a routine is key to healthy hair. And like I said, it might be something as small as wrapping your hair at night. That's a routine to me. You're doing it every day. That's a routine. You're wrapping your hair at night, whether it's in a ponytail, whether it's not in a ponytail, whether it's out, whether you do the pineapple at night for your curls, however you maintain your hair, but have a routine with it. Because I feel like having a routine religiously is great for your hair. Now, I could get into a whole nother episode about this, but having a routine, but don't use the same products forever, because your hair is just like your skincare. You want to change it up, just like anything with your body. You want to change it up, because when you do something for a long period of time, your body gets used to it, just like your hair. So yes, have a hair routine, have those same products for a little bit, but still you want to switch it up. You do want to keep your hair guessing, but you always want to have some kind of routine. And like I said, a routine could be wrapping your hair at night. It's just something simple, but I feel like having that routine is key when it comes to healthy hair. A lot of people ask me about my hair. What do I do? Things that I do. And these are the 10 tips that I have been doing for years, since I went natural in 2016. Yeah, I started transitioning in 2016, and I've just seen my hair just flourish. So definitely these are tips that I suggest that y'all try and see how it goes. I hope this episode was beneficial for you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode, y'all. Thank you. Had a little moment about the microphone, but hopefully this is good. Like, I'm gonna listen back at the audio and see how this sounds from my phone, and we just gonna have to work with it. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I will talk to you guys next week. And remember, it's a lifestyle. Bye.